just wanna ride along. I just wanna ride along. I just wanna ride along. Let's change up the vibe, what are you in my life? I sit to the side, I will let you decide. I stay out of the way, I know you know what's best for me. Just a pinch more of your spirit completes the recipe. You're all that I needed, tired of playing defense. When you take control of my life, it has a meaning. I need you to have your way. I don't wanna drive, I stick to the side. I just wanna ride along. I gotta ride along. You can take the wheel, I'll be still in jail. I just wanna ride along. You got full control. I'll leave it up to you, I promise. I'm not gonna move, you got this. I'll just work on me while you driving. Ride along, ride along.
Hey everybody.
Hey.
Hello.
What's up?
Thank you for joining us in this
What's
evening. I do appreciate your time and your presence.
Thank you.
We'll try to make this real quick here. So today we're going to be talking about Diddy and his allegations.
Okay.
Let's see. Let's go. Let's take it.
That used the business empire he controlled to carry out criminal activity, including sex trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, arson, bribery, and the obstruction of justice. Let me say a little bit more about the charges. The indictment alleges that Combs abused and exploited women and other people for years, and in a variety of ways. As alleged, Combs used force, threats of force, and coercion to cause victims to engage in extended sexual performances with male commercial sex workers, some of whom he transported or caused to be transported over state lines.
So let me ask y'all a question.
Yeah.
So do you think that he did all of this by force?
Diddy don't really look like a forceful dude, man.
Looks can be deceiving, but I don't think he did it. They can. I'm not saying he don't have the capability of doing it, because he does. Power, money gives you more power. Like, you be the littlest person. But I feel like it wasn't by force. I feel like, let me see the right way. I feel like a lot of these women put themselves in situations for the money.
I can definitely agree. And once they got in the situation, that's when it became a little bit more chaotic.
But what about the guy? What about the 1,000 bottles of baby oil though? That ain't for the women.
It could be for both.
It can be for both. That is true.
Yeah. It could be for both.
But I think that a lot of times, men in power, this high value man thing that is going around right now. I think that it allows them to kind of bully their way into certain rooms, not necessarily like in a forceful type of way. It's just like, you reach a certain status if you in the presence of Diddy, Jay-Z, Shaquille O'Neal, just different type of guys of status, and you find yourself being taken advantage of just because of their position.
I'm glad you want to get in the room.
Yeah, the room.
So do y'all think that Drake is gonna be brought up in this after this?
Drake?
Do you think they're gonna pull up the old Biggie files? What do you think is gonna happen with all this new evidence saying that he's the guy that we thought he was, the one that when G Dep went to jail, the one where Shine went to jail, and they're all saying it was because of him. While Loon left the scene, Mace went to church.
I feel
You
like it's
know,
gonna unlock a lot of doors. It's gonna open a lot of doors, and it's gonna expose a lot of things or a lot of people. However, it's really not exposing because people believe what they want to believe.
Mm.
We on the outside, we not even in that type of limelight. But just think how many years it's been since y'all done heard about a Diddy party.
Right.
So this is something that's years that's been out there, right? It's
mm,
just how people want to take it, believe what they want to believe. But we've been hearing that for years. We grew up on hearing about Diddy parties. Like,
really?
Yeah.
I never heard about it.
Yeah.
um,
No,
What?
that's been a thing.
it's been a thing. That's why I say, this stuff is like not really a surprise. That what's surprising is that they allowed it to go on for so long. You know.
I think now he just upsetted the wrong people. That's the only reason why it's being exposed. And I feel like now that he has entered into the billionaires club,
Mm,
as being a black successful man with all that power and money, that now is why a lot of stuff is being exposed or he's being labeled as this bad monstrous guy. Um, because technically I feel like now it's just about the money. Because look at Cassie. I'm just saying she came up and she brought these allegations to the forefront, but once she got her money, we don't hear from her anymore. It's over.
right.
Right.
So this happened years ago. You only bring it up when the money supply
And
was
we
cut
been against
off.
for a while too.
And this happened years ago. You done got remarried, moved on with your life. We haven't heard anything from Casey. But as soon as the money supply got cut off or became short, then all of a sudden now, oh, I'm gonna threaten you with this. Is it more about the money or is it that you really felt like he hurt you?
And I think that it's definitely about the money
Mm,
on her end, but his negligence with his use of power,
mm,
because see, sometimes, people can be so smart that they make dumb moves. And
yeah.
he was not thinking that she had anything on him because he thought that he had that much power and control over her.
He knew that video was outside.
Because I don't even know how they got a hold of it now. That happened years ago.
So the video was she got the video footage from the hotel. Part of the agreement was for him to pay her, I think, like $50,000 for the video. So
Oh, wow.
when they came and raided his home, that's how the video got put out. They got the video out of his house.
Mm-mm-mm.
So if his house was never raided and he didn't have this stored in his home, we wouldn't have never had the pleasure of seeing the video. She sold him the video for $50,000.
That, you know what though? For them to expose that out of, I'm pretty sure out of a lot of stuff that they did find in that home, because they said he had cameras in every bedroom and
Mm-hmm.
everywhere. So out of the stuff that they pulled, that must have been really small for them to go back and pick him back up.
Yeah, I think now with just more people coming forward, and
That
again, these more people coming forward and they asking for dollars as well. Like they're not asking for justice, they're asking for money.
well,
So
that one guy, he had his case open for years. He ended up going to prison and everything, and now I think they gave him what, like 100 million.
yeah,
That's a crazy number. There still has to be some. You have to be proven guilty of these charges, though.
exactly.
So that's the other thing with that. Like, you know, yeah, sometimes you can pay people off, but then you get to a point to where you can't, because I think he's lost 18 endorsements so far.
Yeah, he's lost a lot of money. He lost a lot of endorsements. But I think that's the strategy behind it, to bring a black successful man down. I feel like because he wasn't big enough for this to be brought to the forefront years ago. Now that he has gotten to, again, this walk through that billionaire door, as a black guy, I feel like that's where this comes
But
from. Like
I mean,
him,
he has been in the limelight before, you know, Jay-Z and Beyonce, and you know, has been reaching his status.
he wasn't in the billionaires club.
Right, but them, they reached that before he did.
But you see how Jay-Z and Beyonce are more playing the back row. They're not in the forefront. I feel like once you get to that certain status, you have to either play your role, because there's still people in the background that you have to satisfy, or they gonna find a way to bring you back down. And I feel like Diddy let his money and his power status take over, so he felt like he was bigger than satisfying them people in the background that he needed to keep satisfied, and he didn't do his part somewhere, and that opened the door to, now we're gonna destroy you.
Yeah, I guess they pick and choose how they want to destroy you, because you know, his actions have been repetitive over these past decades.
I mean, look at R. Kelly. They waited. I mean,
They waited for R. Kelly, but they didn't wait on Chris Brown.
so Chris Brown only because Rihanna was involved. They still beating him up on Rihanna. He done did plenty. I mean, it's plenty of people in the industry done did way more than him and ain't canceled. But I feel like the status that Rihanna holds is what that was.
I don't know. It'd be a lot of moving parts, and a lot of people have their hands in situations in that industry.
I feel like the industry got a lot of hidden gems that goes on. I feel like they all have orgy parties. I feel like a lot of them men
Definitely, I agree with that.
and women and Usher, that's not even, like, I could see Usher, because like you out here trying now to flex your manhood with all the little, other stuff.
And it ain't even looking that good.
Now, yeah.
Yeah, and Jamie too.
Oh yeah, you could tell. You could tell.
I love him, but with Diddy, it's come to this point to where, like, I feel like if they're pulling a RICO on him, it's got to be some sort of evidence at this point, because, like, why didn't you come for? Well, people are coming forward, right? So they're just taking. It's like more so a conspiracy.
Yeah, and I'm like, why come forward now? And it happened years ago. Like, I'm just thinking, I be trying to put myself in other people's shoes, right? So you go to a party, and then the one girl that said he molested her or raped her, and then you went back for a second. Like, come on.
A lot of them go back though. That's what I'm saying.
Like, come on.
Back. They go back and they put themselves right back in harm's way. Like, harm's way they say, but I don't even know. Some of this stuff could be them mad because they didn't get picked. They wasn't selected, but they were there. Just that industry is just so weird to me. I couldn't do it. But let me play some more of it.
Combs allegedly planned and controlled the sex performances which he called freak-offs, and he often electronically recorded them. The freak-offs sometimes lasted days at a time, involved multiple commercial sex workers, and often involved a variety of narcotics, such as ketamine, ecstasy, and GHB, which Combs distributed to the victims to keep them obedient and compliant. As alleged, when Combs didn't get his way, he was violent, and he subjected victims to physical, emotional, and verbal abuse so that they would participate in the freak-offs.
Okay, so that's a lot with the freak-offs. Because you're drugging them, but the key thing that he did say was these are commercial workers.
Commercial workers?
Yeah, he said commercial, professional, like commercial workers. So basically, these people already knew what they was coming to do.
Exactly.
Probably was uninterested at the time or whatever, and they probably all signed NDAs. And you know what? Now that I think about it, that's probably what it is. That contract is probably coming to, yeah. And so people are.
I feel like you come to these parties. This is what I picture, right? You come to this party, Diddy having a party. You done heard of Diddy parties. You going or you're not going? You going? Oh, you know about Diddy party, girl? Yeah. Well, we showing up. You go to this Diddy party. I don't feel like he personally drugged these people. I feel like it's a Diddy party, drugs on the table, free ball, as usually most celebrity parties. I done been to a couple celebrity parties, and that's how they do. You have your bowl of weed over here, bowl of pills over here. Pick your drug of your choice. We not monitoring it. Get whatever you like. We got lean over here. And I feel like they're doing these drugs carelessly, partying. And
you ain't been to a Diddy party though, have you?
I have not, because I done heard about a Diddy party. So I wouldn't put myself in that type of environment.
Yeah, for real. I mean,
and that's a big thing you said right there. That's a gem. Like you already know what you saying. This has been happening for a while. You already know what you're getting into. So for you to go to that party, like Cat Williams says, you just got to say no. It seems like a lot of people said yes.
Exactly. They wanted it.
Oh my God.
They wanted it. They just didn't expect for it to go as far as it got.
Yeah, with everything that came with it.
That was a gold mine for them. They like, okay, this happened, and I'm gonna keep this in my back pocket. So when I get broke and I can't get no money, then I got something to flex.
Yeah. They're still regular people. Like they have 9-to-5 jobs and stuff like that.
I wonder if that's why he called himself Brother Love that at one point. Do you think that had something to do with him changing his name to Brother Love? Remember, all of a sudden he was like, I'm no longer Diddy, I'm Brother Love. Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
I do remember that. I don't know.
You think the streets were getting hot then?
It could have. It could have. You know what? I seen something why they said he changed his name, but I can't remember. That was years ago. I did see that though. But whatever it is, it ain't work.
Even signing an NDA, I feel like, just think, you sign that, you go somewhere, somebody drug you, they rape you, molest you. After you leave that environment, where are you going? To the police station. Where you going? 911. Like, I need,
or somebody.
Of course, you might want to get compensated something, but you want to see this man held accountable for his actions more than the money. Nobody's really forcing like accountability for what he's done. They're asking for dollars.
Yeah. And I mean, in a sense like this, and in a person like that, that's really kind of the only route that you can really take, because that's the only thing that's gonna really hurt them, is losing their money.
No,
like
the money ain't hurting them, because guess what? His name is Diddy, Brother Love, P. Diddy, Sean Combs. He gonna make some money, even in jail.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's not gonna be like that, like all of the endorsements that he done lost. It's not gonna be the same. So while you are attacking his reputation, it's like keep playing, and I'm gonna take this. Give me this, or this is what's gonna happen, because you can expose him. He's been exposed. People have been exposing him for years.
You can't say he's going to jail to get his butt played with, because he don't care. He get that done outside.
That's not gonna bother him at all.
No.
That won't even matter.
My bottom line is, though, why everybody want to sue and nobody really want to press charges? That's
My
what
point.
any of these athletes.
That's what Penny's saying.
Because the thing is, for me, the same thing with your boy who played for the Cleveland Browns, the quarterback. He still got people coming talking about massages that he gave, and they still trying to sue him for money every time he turn around. My thing is, if he did a crime, why nobody charge him? Why everybody going to file civil suits? And nobody's going down to the police precinct saying, "Hey, he violated me." But everybody want to go get money.
Easier.
Everybody want to get money. So for me, my thing is money is more important than your character and your peace or something. Is that gonna clear the air? I thought it was about justice.
It should be about justice. It would be about justice for everyday people, but we're talking about people that are already, these people already came around this man with the expectation of some sort of compensation from the jump, right? Maybe they meet a celebrity and fall happily in love, like whatever. You're not there for no reason. I'm not gonna go to no Diddy party with low expectations. You get what I'm saying?
If I'm going to a Diddy party, then guess what? You might well pull up with your condoms, your he don't need no lubricant. He got baby oil.
That's what I'm saying.
You gotta pull up.
But whatever, like some people going because they want to mess with a particular person that's there. Some people want to go and see just what the parties are about. They already, indulge in the other activities, so it doesn't matter to them. They're ready. But like for the most part, they're still going. They're going to his parties not for like, oh, I'm going because I want to see Diddy and I want to go and be around Diddy. No, they're going to have that experience, and so that's why I say it's still an expectation of some sort of compensation.
Right.
Here's my deal. Everybody talking about Diddy parties, this Diddy party, that Diddy party. People was going to Diddy parties. Now everybody's talking about, oh, I went to the party, but I didn't stay. I wasn't in the parties like that.
You so right.
That's my whole thing. For 20 plus years, he been throwing these parties, but nobody's staying at his parties. Now everybody like, nah, I ain't never been to a Diddy party. Come on now.
You done been up in there.
They talking. Oh, I've been to one of his parties, but I ain't never stayed for the other stuff. I came and I went. And, come on now, I heard too many people say that.
You're right.
So it was
throwing these parties. He been throwing these parties for years.
That's the after party. So he have a regular party. He has some people just only be at the regular party. But after like that party over, there's people that staying over for the next party.
I forgot what they said happens.
That's all them Hollywood parties.
Yeah, I would think so. Yeah,
because the baby said that he went to a Diddy party. He went to the Diddy party, a regular party. Everybody was there, all the industry people. After the party was over, people started leaving. He got ready to leave. Diddy, Jay-Z, Beyonce and them was trying to convince him to stay. He said that he felt Diddy was like trying to get him to stay a little bit more than everybody else, so he felt uncomfortable and he left. That's what he said.
I believe
that's what they say.
I believe.
I'm telling you now. All the truth about to come out. All the people being in the parties, because all of them got to take the stand. They're gonna have to take the stand. They're gonna have to testify, and a lot is gonna come out. A lot of the Hollywood people, All them people who say, "Oh, Diddy cool with me," and you know what's crazy though? You ever seen that movie, Get Him to the Greek?
Mm-mm.
Okay, it's a
I've
movie.
never heard of it.
Get Him to the Greek. Funny ass movie. Got the little white boy in it. Sheldon, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But Diddy is the way he act in that movie is how he act in real life. You can tell. Now that all this stuff came out, that's who Diddy actually was in that movie.
Oh, he's in the movie.
Yeah, Diddy's in the movie. Yeah, Diddy. He's like a producer. He's trying to get this guy to come and perform and come out of retirement and perform. But he got this what's the white boy? I can't forget I can't remember the dude's name, but he got him trying to get him, convince him, and all the stuff that he doing, like the drugs and stuff that he's giving them and all that stuff. This is stuff that really happens. This is why they was able to make that movie, because this is what really happens in them parties and what happens when you're around them kind of people. And I just say it's just rich people parties. That's how rich people party. They party with that undercover shit, you know?
Yeah.
You know, now that everything is being exposed, you know, it might be fucked up, but what I don't like about it is why people wait so many years to come out and down when they want to sue when everything is spiraling. It's bigger than Diddy right now.
It
Diddy
really is.
Diddy is he the scapegoat.
But he's still,
I think we need to, I think this shows that he's been doing something for a long time, and now stuff is starting to surface. So, like, you know, the questions we had about Big, we got our answers now. He violent, he shiesty, he tried to change the name to Brother Love to throw us off. You know, like we need, and now look, you know, you even threw your son under the bus, because what do you do? The first time he ran and left his kids there to get caught.
That was crazy.
He ran and left his kids to get caught. They were locking them up like they stole a Twinkie from the delicatessen.
Yeah,
the corner store. Like, hey, they was looking like what is it, making the band out there.
He did leave his kids. That was definitely wrong.
Yeah, that was horrible.
It's also
you don't even know where he went.
Right.
I think Diddy, him also with this Kim Porter, her dying, I think that unlocked a lot of stuff. He kind of messed with the wrong one when he involved himself with whatever she had going on. In her book that she was writing, I think triggered a lot of things.
It brought a lot of things to the light.
Yeah.
You
know?
It's like she was going to write a book, and then all of a sudden she come up dead, which, then her calling 911 and all that, I felt like that was just a lot.
That was a lot too. Yeah. So, you know, but even with his kids, like, you know, no, you can't, it's hard to even have sympathy in a sense for them, because it's just like so much that they're putting out there. It's like, dang, y'all ain't see y'all daddy doing none of this either.
I don't think so.
You don't think they seen it?
Nah. Come on now. Like, just being a parent of yourself. There's a lot of things we do that our kids ain't gonna never see or know.
Yeah, that's true. But I think one of his sons said that he was at the parties.
His oldest one, Justin.
Yeah, I mean, he done been. I feel like he done been at some parties, but he ain't been at them orgy parties.
Oh, you think whenever?
Oh no!
I think them kids just been at the regular party that everybody was at. I think when it's time to go, it's time to go.
Baby Combs might have been in there doing that too.
Nah, I don't think so.
Lord have mercy.
And y'all know he's not a baby anymore. He's an adult.
I feel like Diddy got closer with the kids after Kim, because you never seen Diddy that much with his kids before Kim passing.
He was feeling guilty.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's more of him feeling guilty and trying to shelter them from the truth, you know, like keep their minds off of the information or finding out the truth. So he kind of like kept them, oh, let's go on a family vacation. Oh, I love you. Like, don't look over there. Let's go over here. You know, I think it was more of that. I don't think them kids was exposed to the truth.
Mm,
They
okay.
was exposed to that lifestyle though.
Not the
So
orgy parties, I don't think.
I don't
But
know
I don't think
because
everything was a party.
I don't
No.
think it was neither. Because like they said, it was a lot of abuse in them shits too though. And that's why I say if you watch that movie, Get Him to the Greek, go check out that movie.
Now the
Check.
kids might have seen one of them females getting smacked up, but then they probably seen that same woman come back over the next day. Oh hi, it's okay, man. Your daddy was just playing. I love him. So these kids,
Nice,
like
your
kids, like
skin.
that.
Okay. So that leads me to my next topic. That right there. That leads me to my
What?
next topic. This one is more so about why people are with why do people want to be in a relationship so bad? Why do people want to be in something so bad? Let's
Mm.
let's simplify it like that.
My
You
years of
know, if
doing
you should
Medicare,
settle
what I
down or pass
realized
up
nobody
for
wants to.
someone better. That's a great question. I even want to hear this answer.
I think that a lot of people are in relationships because they can't afford a rent on their own. A lot of people are in
Oh, dang.
relationships because they don't want to fall asleep by themselves at night. A lot of people are in relationships because their mom or dad tell them that they're getting too old. A lot of people are in relationships for the wrong reason. And the truth is, when you get to a space where you love you enough to get rid of the noise that comes from outside of you, the people, the places, the things, the biases, the societal norms, when you get outside of all of that, now you can powerfully choose. I'm choosing you because I want you, not because I need you. Although I'm not going to act like I don't need you. I'm going to move like I genuinely want you in my life. And until you get to that point, I don't think you should be in a relationship.
I agree. How do you know?
So with that being said,
Fire.
that
how
boils down that same conversation y'all had the other day. It's
What?
everything's about money. It's not about love no more. It's about who's gonna benefit who. That's what it sounds like to me. If a mother can't benefit me and help me out, why am I gonna be in a relationship with her for? It's not about because I care and love this person and I want to be with that person to the end. Well, I love that person, care for that person, but this person ain't bringing no money in. So what the hell? How am I gonna love that? You know?
I'ma
So
love that. Wow, that's you said a mouthful right there. Say that again for the people in the back. I'ma love that. Why you got to be a that?
what you thinking, Penny? Uh-oh, you muted. Oh, wait.
Yeah, I was wondering. I'm like,
I
huh?
couldn't hear nothing that you were saying. You were
Oh,
muted.
my bad. I feel like nobody wants to be old and die alone.
that
I feel
part.
like when there was Adam, there's Eve, right? So it's somebody for everybody, for one. However, the man is supposed to be a provider. The man is supposed to be there to ensure the finances are stable within the household. But I think these new generation of men are on the level of want to be, excuse my language, a bad bitch, just like a female want to be a bad bitch. So just like a woman's supposed to be wine down, courted, flowers, this and that to be in her feminine stage of life. Men want the same thing. They want to be courted and they want to be wined and dined. They want to be in a feminine
Okay. I
stage,
knew I
just
could
like
count
a
on
woman.
you.
So they always looking at, oh, she want my money. She want this. But guess what? If a man put a woman in the right position, like, take care of the household finances, she gonna level up. And what she gonna do when she level up, a real woman is gonna also level that man up. However, it takes a man to stabilize the household financially so that the woman can sit in her feminine space and
Mm.
help elevate the household as she should. Men do be so focused on, oh, she just want my money. What she bringing to the table? The woman is the table.
Whoa. Okay, wait. We got to bring that back on. We got to reel that one back in. So you kind of failed me at the end a little bit. Okay.
She
So
the table.
I knew.
Okay, go ahead, Link. Say what you got
All
to say.
right. All right. So listen. I get it. You know, the woman is everything. You know, she makes babies. You know, she's nurturing and all that other stuff. But no, the table. I don't know. You got to define table for me. What is the table?
She's the whole package.
So what about the
Matter of
man?
fact,
So he's not a table too? He a
huh?
chair. The man a chair.
No,
Which one?
the man is putting the
Let me
things
go.
on the table. He's
The
bringing
man is doing what?
he's
He
bringing the
put.
items to the table.
Oh, he no. The man is the whole house with the floor and everything that the table
No,
sits
no,
inside.
no, no.
Now you being real extra now.
Nah, I ain't
No,
saying
check it. No,
that.
check
Nah.
it out. Check it out.
You
Listen,
know,
I'm gonna state my claim. This is my claim
okay.
right here. So, you know, the women brings her. She was a full package. But from what I'm hearing, what the man has to bring is protection.
Mm-hmm.
What else? Finances. Uh, what
Pro-
else?
Provide.
Well, I mean, that's well. How else are you
You said
providing? If you don't have no money, you can't provide nothing. So, like I said,
the man.
finances,
You said
huh?
the man. You said
Yeah,
the
yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah. The finances. What else does a man have to bring?
Um, protection, provide, and it's another one.
He
He
has to
got to
be
be the one to
the
put
nurse.
God first. Make sure the household know
He got to
God's in
be.
charge.
Yeah, he got to lead. Yeah, he
So
got
He
to lead.
listen,
got to lead.
the man's supposed to be the foundation so that the woman can build a strong structure
So
on.
she can thrive.
I don't know. I think both have to establish the foundation. I think both have to establish that in their
In
own.
2024, yeah.
Got to be a balance, but yeah, the establishment of the foundation takes both. It takes both. So then you know, okay, I got the table. You done bring the stuff for me to get the table set. So let me set the table now. You know.
I don't know. I can't look at it like that. I gotta look at it like we both need to bring the same type of thing. Just like I always hear women saying a man should protect the female, which is right, you know. But I feel like in any given situation, both should be able to protect both each other. Of course, primarily the male first. But I feel like men and women need to come together to try to grow together. So, you know, you meet somebody at your level, or you can meet somebody above your level that's strong enough to lift you up. But at the same time, like you got to be willing to catch up to that speed. You see what I'm saying? I feel like it's too many times where we try to say one person is valued over the other when both can bring the same energy because, you know, that's what we are, energy,
But that's
right?
the
And
same thing.
energy, huh?
I said, yeah, that's kind of the same thing that I'm saying. Like both have to establish the foundation, like what your not necessarily your roles, but like how you will help to balance out our relationship. What
Right.
you would do to help balance out the relationship, what she would do to help balance out the relationship.
Yeah,
And
things that will complement the relationship. So like
right,
what I'm missing, you may
together.
have, and what you're missing, I might have. So it's like in a way we always balance ourselves out, sort of like the yin and yang deal.
Right,
But
right.
you know, because if you look at it, that yin and yang symbol, and just using the symbol, like everything always is like you know, there's always half. When you look at the genders, sorry guys, with the alphabet, I had to do it. It's half, you know. So and I, you know, so when you look at everything, you're bringing in a half to create a whole.
What you mean by that?
Well, because there's more than half in that category, but I'm not gonna go over there. So, you
Okay.
know, it, yeah, it's a whole bunch of different pieces that I can't comprehend how to put together. I'm not mechanically inclined in that area, so I'm not certified to speak on that. So,
Yeah.
so basically, what I'm saying is, you know, you're gonna need the same energy. Like they always say, if you both have cups and one cup is pouring in the other one constantly, that makes that other cup run out. You know, now how, and you don't know how to pour that back into that other cup. Y'all following me? Oh, y'all, you know what I'm saying? You got to be able to pour that same energy, fluid, life liquid back into that other cup to keep it
Right, right.
balanced.
I get what you're saying. Like
Yeah,
sometimes the man, and I'll say this: sometimes the man cup may have, become
I have some stress cracks in it.
like what? Well, let's just say the water is low, and the woman's water is high, or high,
Right,
high. Like she can pour into him to bring back that level of balance, and vice versa. He pour into her
right.
to bring back that level
Or
of balance.
doesn't know how to, or doesn't know, like you said, the femininity, haven't tapped fully into that yet, to where, it's equal. But I still feel like both should bring the most they could bring from each side. That's gonna make y'all, mesh, and then y'all have to work on see what you guys are compatible on. And I think it could be beautiful that way. But I think if we come to the table, the quote unquote table, the hyperbole table, I
So
really don't. I don't think it's gonna ever work that way because somebody's always gonna feel devalued, even if you flip the roles. You know.
Mm.
well, I can tell you the problem with flipping the roles is women have been more inclined in taking that male role than and men
Uh huh.
and men are getting comfortable with
Taking
taking
that back seat.
that back seat.
Some men.
Well, let's say little boy,
Most men.
All
let's
men.
I said most.
Oh, I thought you said all men. I said, Lord have
already
mercy.
speaking, like a lot of guys are like trying to take that back seat, and then they're saying like, "Well, where's your femininity?" Well, like, bruh, you sitting on the couch. You sitting on the couch, and I'm at work all day, and you talking about where's my femininity? No, the roles are reversing too much,
Yeah.
and
When a
so
man is trying to match the energy of a female gonna automatically go into defense mode. And she is not gonna be in her soft girl feminine era. She's not gonna feel comfortable bringing that out. She's gonna go into defense mechanism, and
Huh.
that feminine side will go out the window because now she has to she has to come a little harder.
she got to make executive decisions. She's now the one that has to lead, and it takes her out of her it takes her out of her safe space with that partner, and it recreates a new safe place for her to do what she has to do and face what she's facing.
Hmm.
So
All this shit went straight back in the early '80s and late '70s when they started giving these chicks food stamps and put them on welfare and started locking niggas up, and they made it that where they put it in these women's head. Oh, y'all don't need no man. I'm gonna take care of you. Make sure you got
No,
what
that's not where that came
you.
from.
I think that's part of it. I think that's part of it. I think
GMC
that's a big
said he
part of
feels
it
different. Hop
because
on
because
then.
I
because
think it's
Let's talk about it.
prior to all that, it's like, okay, the man was in charge. The man was the key to the household prior to that. You know what I'm saying? Then the government took over the women. The women started getting housing. They started getting their own place. Oh, we don't need this. We don't need that. We don't need you.
Well,
And,
you
and,
gotta,
and they got a mentality,
yeah.
and it's been sticking and it's been changing ever since from what I've been seeing on,
Well,
on my end.
at that time too, like you got to think in a sense, like it was brought to them in a way, like, well, you have to hide that he lives here so that you can get this, and then people are struggling trying to feed their kids and all this stuff. So she like, well, okay, well, I can say that he doesn't live here so that we can get this, but of course he still really does live here. You know what I'm saying? And so then it created chaos in the home. And then they started like, okay, well, look, I got food stamps. Like, I figure it out without you.
so yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think that's two different things. I think Section 8, Housing Authority, government assistance was created to separate black families anyway, right? I think that was the main purpose. You don't, and me being a flight attendant, traveling to other countries and other places, right? One thing I learned, you never hear outside of the black race is the number one race you gonna hear, oh, I don't want no man, I don't need a man. Okay, that's because you program off of this, and most of these people done came from government assistance, and that's where that program came from. However, I do feel like also with 15 years in Medicare, speaking to people 65 and older, 90-year-old people that been married for years, right? Back in the day, you hear grandma and grandpa been married for 40, 50 years. Granddaddy worked at the cornfields, gold mines, and guess what granddaddy did? He came home and brought that check home to grandma, the whole check home to grandma. Grandma dispersed it out, got the bill straight, kept the household together. Grandma didn't work. Grandma stayed home and ran that household. Granddaddy might have been sleeping with Susie down the street. Grandma not finna divorce or leave grandpa because he just had a one night stand with Susie down the street. Now, that's never gonna be a talk in the neighborhood, and it's not gonna be outside like that. But grandma know Papa done slept around. Grandma still
So does that make it okay?
Talking neighborhood, the whole neighborhood already.
Does that give the okay? So a lot of females
hold
want.
Hold on. Wait, before you go any.
Okay. Ooh, what?
Wait. I just want to say welcome to GMT.
Yo.
Oh my God, what is up?
What is popping, y'all? How's everything going?
We hanging in. We over here. We're discussing different point of views on. Well, I guess we kind of took it, but it was really how do you know when you're in a relationship?
You know what? I did hear a part where y'all was talking, and I was like, that's why I said all up. I feel different. And you said, come on in. I said, all right. Yo, what's good, y'all? Penny was good. Bartender was popping. My brother Link and Boombox. The one part that I heard, if y'all don't mind me interjecting real quick, I can't stay long because Tiff is coming home now, but I just want to interject real quick. The part where y'all mentioned about women almost like they can't maintain their femininity because they had to play the role of a man. If I'm correct, that's what I heard.
Well, we were speaking on how it gets lost, how it can get lost, like not necessarily.
I don't think it was ever there if it gets lost, but oh my bad.
Not necessarily speaking as far as like a man, because a man is not going to allow that to happen, right? But you know, when females get with these certain guys and they end up having to go to work, and the guy is of able body, but he's choosing to be a bum, let's just say it like that. So she has to pick up a lot of the slack, and that's where that mad black woman phase comes from.
Okay.
Kind of what I was saying.
Well, on that topic, I think that women need to learn how to leave those men alone.
That's true.
Why are women sitting in relationships with men that's not playing their part? Of course, a woman should be feminine no matter what, even if she has a bum. But the whole point is why are you even sitting around that bum? You if you want to rest in that quote unquote femininity, then it's either you deal with a man that can nurture that part of you, or you just be by yourself and be in your femininity.
Right. Absolutely.
But women want to be alone and die alone. Women don't want to just be like that's not a place when you get older. That's not a place you want to be in. And you got to realize it's one good man for 100 women. And all women don't want to share. Everybody not down with polygamy. So sometimes they have to settle for, because it's more of these no good niggas than it is the good ones. So they do have to settle sometime, hoping that they can change or build this man, expose him to a better life, that hopefully he would change and catch on. It's sad, but it's true. It's not enough of a good man for the women.
But
I disagree. The way I feel about that, Penny, is there are a lot of good men. I feel like a lot of the women are not choosing those good men. It's the men that they want that's bad.
Enough.
But there's good men. They might not look good. They might not be the most attractive men. They might not make the most of money. They might not have swag, but they're still good men. But the women are saying it straight up. Though it's the 80-20 rule, as we were saying. A lot of the 80% of the women are looking at the 20% of the men. So yeah, it looks like it's not enough. But think about how many men are sitting in women's friend zones right now, and the men are orbiting around them, wishing that they could get a chance to smell their drawers. There's a lot of those men right now in a lot of women's friend zones, and those women are dealing with the pookies.
I don't mean to cut you off, but they are in the friend zone. But a lot of times, those guys they give off very weird vibes, and so women back off because they tend to be the ones that give off that that if they're rejected, they have a hard time accepting.
You wouldn't know that unless you try. So if it's just of a hunch of a feeling that he may give off a vibe, but he's the guy that's like, yo, I would protect you, I would provide for you, but you just don't like me. I don't, it's really an attraction. I get it. Back in the days, women dealt with men, and it had less to do with looks. It had more to do with provision, right? Because women didn't have rights. So you had to deal with a certain type of man, even if you didn't really like him like that, is what he could do for you or the family. Now, women have options because they make money. So now it's like, I feel as if those men are not relevant, but it doesn't mean they don't exist. Those men are still there. They're not getting any burn. I have men that I speak to all day long that don't get no burn, that wish they could get the woman of their dreams, but that woman is literally crying on their shoulders about the man that is dogging them out.
Okay, now,
and I think it's because of the mindset. The mindset is a lot of females do want the original traditional male, which is what Penny was talking about, where he comes home, he gives the money to the wife, and it doesn't matter if he's down the street with Susie or whatever, because he's unhappy because the energy isn't being matched. And at the same time, I've seen this in a lot of relationships where men are just absolutely fed up with, well, I'm just gonna let me be the catalyst for money all the time. And that's fine for the man to go out there and do that. But then when the woman's values that the man deems valuable are not met, that's when these men start disappearing. And then that's when you get that rhetoric of every man ain't shit, all this, that whole, everybody bash men at one time because of the way I want my lifestyle to be set up.
Yeah, but what you're saying, men always say those things, but to me, that's just weak behavior. Like, weak? So yeah, because
so it's weak behavior if he's doing everything he's supposed to do, but the person that he engaged in a relationship or committed to isn't committing to her values,
supposed to do,
and her goals.
What you mean he doing everything he's supposed to do?
So basically he's doing everything that women say that men should do. Protect, blah, 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 finance, blah, 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 feed, whatever, right? So the original title of the show was going to be the 3 S's: sex, sandwich, and submission, right? And so this goes back to something I watched where it was feed, of me, and finance me, right? And guess what?
Guys don't court anymore.
Oh, sorry guys, I'm about to go through a light.
But yeah, guys don't court anymore. But
no. If the guy brings, if the guy brings all the asses, why can't y'all bring what y'all are supposed to bring? But y'all still expect for us to continuously bring the same fire, the same attitude every day to the table. And if y'all are lacking it, then it's still the man's fault.
Okay. Well, that's what I'm asking you, because you were saying that we were speaking on a traditional. On a traditional level. So I was asking you, like, what exactly was it that you said the woman isn't
the traditional? Well, that's what I'm saying. That was never said. Penny, when you gave that example, you were like, the old-fashioned dude, he worked out there long hours, brought the money home, right? Gave it to the wife. The wife took care of the house. She dispersed the funds for whatever needed to be done, right? Mm-hmm. So that is the mindset of the I guess the quote unquote back in the day type of relationship, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So with that being said, what man really wants to do that? Work himself into a casket and get none of the value. Like he's doing this every day. It sounds like he's doing this every day. He's being consistent. But a lot of times what men are seeing is that what they want from a woman, the women are not being consistent. And that's where the problem lies in a relationship, the consistency and the of energy and time that's being given as well.
No, I think nowadays men want to be on the same level as the woman, and that's where the problem comes in.
But what does that level look like?
No, I think women
That's where
think
the
men
problem
want
come
to
in.
be. I think
Because you
women
want to
think
be, you
men.
want to be on the same playing field as me. You want me to treat you how I want to be treated. You want me to court
Isn't
you
that
like I want you to court me. But then you want me to just tuck in my balls and have this vagina and let you drop yours, but you want everything else to be matched? No, if we gonna match energy, we gonna match energy.
hmm? Well, that's
Either you're gonna
weird.
be the man and I'm gonna hold you to a higher level as the king of the household, and I'm gonna play
Hmm.
my
Yeah,
role
but
as a
that's what I'm
queen.
saying. But
But
that's what I'm.
that level of a king, the king, he's gonna hold more. He's gonna carry more on his shoulders than the queen does. His
And it,
crown is big.
right, right. And if that's true, then the little, small, minute things that a man asks for a woman should actually be met tenfold. Because, like you said, the man should, and they're still matching energy. So the three things is just make me a sandwich and don't forget the mayo. God help you if you forget the
If the
mayo.
man doing what he's
If it's
supposed
just
to do,
that.
those things gonna be met automatically without it having to be asked.
No, Petty, not necessarily. Not
Wait,
necessarily. Not
wait,
from a lot of these women
wait.
today. These women were not taught to be that type of women. So when you come home, you are not getting
Right.
that sandwich. It's not gonna have no. They're
But
gonna
you
tell
knew
you
that
do it
before you
yourself.
decided to make her your woman. So it's also go back to what
I
you did.
agree. Accountability.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
I mean,
But
so
but like you
you
said,
got to
there's slim
stick in
pickings,
the
right?
lane. You got to stick in the lane that you in. First of all, like Taraji was just saying. Hold on, let me get back to that because she just made a lot of sense, right? Because a man is supposed to, if he out here, listen.
Guys don't court anymore. They don't court. Take me out to dinner. Say you're gonna pick me up at a certain time. Yeah. I remember. Dating should be an event. You know. Yes. You like the guy, so you want to.
So dating should be an event, right? You heard that? So
Okay.
nowadays, it's it's not that. So like she said, what happened to the man? Even now, it's not safe to give out your address. But hey,
Hmm.
I'm gonna send the car over to pick you up at such and such time. Be dressed. And man, oh, we going out to eat this and that. Oh, it's like where you want to go? You want to go to the movie? You want to go out to eat? What you want to do? You want to come over to my crib? Like, no, that's not how you court. That's not setting up a proper. So a lot of the time, these people get in relationships don't even know each other. They ain't even had no friendship, no type of relationship established.
You,
So then
but
you find
Petty, you know how many men?
moved in and dropped
But,
your shoes off.
but Petty, men are not courting anymore because women are not traditional women anymore. These are modern women. Modern women are getting modern men, and modern men are giving them exactly what they ask for. You know how many men are out here right now that's saying that they only get taken out on foodie dates? So these women are straight taking advantage of them for a meal. Would you be apt to spending roughly, let's say you go on 3 dates a month, $300 to $400 on 3 different women because you're
Well,
dating them?
why you doing that?
Because women want dates. Women are not dating exclusively anymore. They're not dating one man. These women are dating 10 men and they're getting taken out and having different meals with 10 different men. So why are women
Yeah,
asking
they're
for traditional
capitalizing.
behaviors, but they're modern women?
Right.
I
In
think people need
today's
to
time, you might have
establish.
to date 10 to find that one good one.
Right.
Yeah,
And it's the same thing that men are doing.
I
So
think.
we need to be very careful on how we spend our money.
Yeah,
Right.
but I
That
think
is
that
right.
people also need to be mindful in the approach. Like find out what it is that this person is interested in doing. Find out what they want you to do. Like, what would a first date be like, and then you will know from there if you want to go. If you don't want to do no more foodie dates, then that ain't the person for you.
Um,
And then to me, like when I listen to this conversation going back and forth, I feel like more men are kind of in the modern day of what's going on, and more women are like, we want to go back to traditional, but this is just not where the guys are right now. Or there's
Mhm.
there's no equal there's no agreement to how we can come to a balance on what it is that the men and the women want.
The men want traditional. Men ask women for relationships. Women are saying because of their jobs, because of having more money and the freedoms that women have today that they didn't have of the past, it changed the dating market. Women set the tone for dating. Men don't set the tone for dating. You guys have access to dating. We have access to relationships. So we can give you the relationship if you want it. You guys set the tone on how the dating market is controlled.
I don't agree with that.
Me either.
So how could the men set the market when you guys say, yes, I want to go on a date with you or not? How do we control that?
So listen, why I don't agree with that for one. Okay, I keep hearing you saying like traditional, or modern women, right? I keep hearing you say that. You got to realize now, women have bossed up to the point where now they making their own money or feeling like, I can do this on my own, is because that's the mindset men done pushed a woman to. I didn't get to finish explaining what I was trying to say. Like back then when Papa was bringing home the bread and the woman was staying at home and dispersing out the funds, right? And he was sleeping with Judy down the street. So now, fast forward to now, women feel like, hey, I make my own money, provide for my own self. Now I don't have to settle for him sleeping down the street or feeling like he got the authority to do this and that, or making me feel less than because he's the breadwinner and I don't have it. So now women are getting the confidence of, hey, I could do this without you. So now you can't just treat me any kind of way because you're providing. Okay. So now it's like, now I don't need you, but I want you. So how are you going to come to the table? Are you coming? And when I say, okay, now I agree to go on a date with you, now I want to see how you come off. Most men, not all, but most men in 2024, you ask, oh, they call, hey, you want to go on a date? Cool. What do you want to do? You want to go to the movies? You want to go out to eat? They're asking the woman what she wants to do. A real man back in the day is, okay, hey, I like you, blah, 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 good conversation on the phone. Well, how about this? Be dressed. What tomorrow? You say you off tomorrow? Okay, well, be dressed around 6:30. I'm either send a car to come pick you up, be ready, or I'll be there to get you to pick you up. Okay, cool. The female's ready. She has no idea where they're going. She might ask, do I need to wear, is this something that I shouldn't get too dressed up? Because a lot of women, we done been in instance on dates. Back then, you might be overdressed because you didn't even know the nigga wanted to take you hiking. But a man would plan out that date. Men don't do that no more. They saying they just going on food dates.
But Penny, you're not dating women in 2024 either. But Penny, you're not dating women in 2024. You talk to these men, you talk to these young men now, ask them what they're experiencing with women. These women are straight up telling them, yo, if you take me somewhere I don't like, it's a problem.
Just about to say that.
So how could, we're not mind readers. Women, like you said, have options. Now that their options are open, these men are not experiencing women as they used to. So you have to look at it and be fair for men of the male's experience as well. To not say most men, you could say some men, but you also have to look at what some women are doing as well.
That's because if a man is a dominant man and he gonna hold that dominancy, that trumps that. Because guess what? If you talking to me and a female say, oh, you take me somewhere I don't want to go, that's going to be a problem. Now you got a choice. You want to deal with that type of woman?
I wouldn't deal with the woman at all. You leave her alone.
Listen, they don't say that, though. This is what they say. They say, take me out, surprise me. Then you take them out, and then they go somewhere and say, I don't want this. We've seen this, for instance, in Atlanta. You saw that little girl with a dude He did big boy stuff. This was a young man. He took her to go see a basketball game, but because the seats weren't in the correct spot, oh, what you think this is? I dressed up like this and this and that. This was the beginning of him trying to court a woman and be a man, and his first experience was a woman
Right.
spitting in his face.
If they had some
I know y'all
conversation
saw that.
before that happened, he would have known better.
But how?
See?
How? It's a date, and I'm trying to date you. And if I bought
Before
seats
the
to the
date,
game,
what
I
happens
bought what
before
I
the
could
date?
afford.
It was your
And
first
the
What
fact
date.
that
needs
it's
to
not
happen before the date?
Yeah, she's saying have that conversation. What
what
do you
conversation. What
Well,
conversation
y'all
is
just
that,
y'all
boy?
just said
But see,
surprise
that's
They
y'all.
don't
Y'all
have to
just said
communicate.
surprise y'all.
That's
Don't
the
ask.
problem.
whoa,
because
whoa,
you
you
just
guys.
said
Oh, wait.
Kind of
Okay,
blowing up.
go ahead.
Oh, there we go, DG. I'm sorry. Go ahead, DG.
okay.
Go ahead.
So you saying, hey, the man's supposed to, hey, we gonna do this, we gonna do that, and we gonna do that. Like GMT said, hey, all women ain't going for that order. Not in this era, in this time. They want to do what they want to do because they want to be
Right.
seen. You know, it's not about just dating to try to find these chicks want to be seen and be places where they can say, oh, I can post this. This where I'm at. This where this dude taking me to. This what we doing. They ain't gonna post nothing and say, oh, a simple picnic or a hike or something. Cause like
Or
you
the
said,
Cheesecake Factory.
they might have came overdressed for something that
Right.
you wasn't ready for. You had this plan in mind, but they had that plan in mind. So
I'm
now you
So I'm
got this plan in mind. It makes you look like a jerk, or they looking at, oh, this dude is crap. He ain't nothing. Why am I gonna waste my
Right,
time with him?
DG.
He taking me on this flimsy old date, and this ought to be something. They get it in their mind that hey, everything's supposed to cater to their needs. When people forget, a man got needs too.
And then you
mm-hmm.
end up on their
It's
TikTok.
it's a two-way street. If you want to get love, you gotta show love nowadays. It's not like we
Reciprocation. The
always
law of
we
reciprocation.
gotta keep
again.
attacking and keep showing y'all that we are this guy, we that guy, we can do this, we can do that, we got you covered, we can protect you, we covered
Well,
you, we
DG,
can
let me
do
do
all
one
this.
better. Let me do one
Huh?
better for you, DG. Let me do one better. How about this? Through all the courting to find the right one and wowing them and making an event. And some women make this as a game, like I'm gonna go ahead and just have everybody take me out. I'm gonna eat everywhere. I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna see the world on these dudes' dimes. It would really make more dudes more reluctant to really even try to do that. Just like you said, women are programmed for a certain lifestyle now because dudes push them this way. What about on the reverse side? That dudes have been pushing to, I'm tired of women playing these games. I done spent my gas money. I keep sending a chauffeur out there. And you know what? She really wasn't interested in me in the first place. But I did what she wanted.
Okay. Again, these are the problems in the conversation. You know, if you're trying to go on a date with somebody, leading up to that date, there should be conversing. There should be all types of
There
communication.
is always conversing.
The good morning text, the good night text, and
Mm-hmm.
all of that in between. What do you like to do? What don't you like to do? Are you allergic to anything? Do you like to eat whatever? You know, remember Jess said she like pasta.
Mm-hmm.
Like pasta? Oh, I like pasta. Or I don't like pasta. Or I like basketball. I don't like basketball. You
Mm-hmm.
know, like so that you can have an idea. I personally feel like there should not be a date as fast as people are jumping into these dates. If a girl is rushing you to take her out, that's a red flag anyway.
But that's the only way she's gonna give you access
If
to her.
you
Period.
know
Is
to be
court me,
No,
date me.
no,
You can't have access to me without paying my cash app. You can't do
exactly.
it like this. That's the modern woman.
Listen, you need to be
no.
having conversation with her to leading up to getting to
Y'all
know
have to tell y'all teammates that.
what you should be doing with her, where you want to
Yeah.
take her.
Yeah.
Like, it
Y'all
should,
have to tell this to y'all teammates. If y'all
no,
don't agree with
listen,
us, this is a poll over a bunch of men that I've heard this from.
I'm
You
just
know,
saying it should be like that. It should be at least a week or 2 weeks of conversing.
okay, but then how do you get
You
to?
don't have
But what if a woman says you have to take me out? Like you're not gonna waste my
conversation.
time.
She say you got to
We're
take
gonna
her
meet
out.
somewhere.
That's not your process. That's not your process. So
Oh,
you
okay.
move on. You get what I'm saying? Like there should not be no you got to have order in your steps of what you're trying to do. If you're trying to date and you're trying to be a man and you're trying to find somebody for you, for your future, then you need to have a process and you need to properly vet her. Why are you going and feeding her and you haven't even got
That's the whole point of what we're saying. We
Why
don't want to feed
That's your
y'all.
fault.
We don't want to feed. We don't want to feed y'all
that's
before we
not-
get to know y'all.
That's not the point of what you're saying, because you missing the fact of, like how you
Oh.
said the girl went to play basketball.
Right, right.
He took her to a
He
basketball.
took her to a basketball game. She knew she was going there. No. She knew she was
She
going
liked
there.
basketball. She wanted different
It was
seats.
where she was sitting. She didn't like her seat. Boom, boom. Hey, where's the horn?
So if you tell me let's say you like cheesecake, and I'm like, okay, cool. You want cheesecake from Junior's in Brooklyn,
Factory.
but I'll take you to the Cheesecake Factory. You now know you can't take pictures like you want to at the Cheesecake Factory. But so now you're mad at the man.
Your date wasn't good enough.
It wasn't good enough. He ruined your day now.
No, he did.
This is what these women are saying.
Okay, but what I'm saying is it was messed up. But for him, these are the things that he has to take with a grain of salt. Yes, you're in a dating space right now, so you're trying to get to know people. Now you know, okay, look, I can't date with her. You're going to take losses. That's just like investing in a business. You're going to take losses when you're trying to get certain things right. So going on a date with the wrong person and finding out, like, I know that this person is not going to be right for me because she's ungrateful. Or
how many losses should a man take though?
But, and his pockets is taking all those hits too.
Right. Y'all, and the thing is, females are not sharing that. Okay, how about this? Here's a new law. Sorry, babe. Here's a new law though.
Okay, go ahead.
Now when we date each other, just like I said, the same energy. You want to go somewhere? Let's mutually go half on a bill. Thank you. That's how fine, right? Can we all agree on? Let's agree on that for the whole entire world today. Let's do that.
No.
Of course they won't, because they want traditional treatment. And these young women are not. These young women are modern.
Than we are. Check this out, y'all. Y'all feel like y'all are more valued than the men because why not do the same thing? What's the problem?
Learn how to communicate.
That's what the thing is. Like, you know, if he took that girl to play basketball. She didn't like not play basketball, but to the basketball game. She didn't like the seat. So the next question would be with the next girl, like, hey, if I take you to a basketball game and win the nosebleeds, how are you going to feel? You know, certain stuff to like find out.
How you gonna feel? No, stop it. Stop it. I never even been invited on a date to a basketball game. No, stop that.
Listen.
No, I'm saying you have these conversations like, oh, okay, well, because
there shouldn't have to be a conversation though.
Like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, but at the same time, you know, it's certain things and certain characteristics, like in the midst of having those conversations where you're going to hear certain characteristics of a person. You can't be so mesmerized by their looks that you're overlooking what they're saying.
What are those laws again?
I see.
Help me out, GMT. Chameleon?
I see y'all don't really realize what
conversations that be had before these dates. And men overlook, just like women overlook red flags, men overlook these red flags and then when the stuff come to the forefront, then they want to holler. However, it was there from the beginning. If you're having a conversation about, like, I feel like it should be deeper conversations had before a date. Little simple stuff. Okay, yeah, you like sports. Okay. Have you ever been to a game before? Yeah. Oh, okay, you did. Yeah, I sat on the floor at a Knicks game with me and my homegirls or this and that. Oh, I can't see that well. You know, my vision, I'm supposed to wear glasses. I'm blind. Like, if it's certain conversations that's had, then you will already know. Or a female, like, yeah, all I wear is name brand. You into like labels, or you like regular stuff? Or everything I do got to be name brand. Oh, so you know what kind of woman you dealing with?
Yeah,
not all are like that. Not all are like that.
Men don't have those conversations. They conversations.
Yes, we do.
Oh, your ass fat. Oh, how many kids you got? You got a baby daddy. Oh, well, what's up?
Those are good questions to ask. I will say that.
Men don't know how to communicate properly.
Okay, let me. I'll do you one better.
Cap.
So, women ain't gonna volunteer the information. You gonna communicate and you gonna get the answer, or you don't communicate and you get the answers that you
So what about
questions
this? So
you ask.
hold on, real quick, boom. So how about this? You said communication, right? So if I communicate to you, and guess what? You said in the beginning that going on a date, you don't want a man to ask you what date you want to go on, but guess what? I want to get to know you. So let me ask you, what do you like? Do you like skydiving? It's easily yes or no.
Okay,
All right, let's
that's a
plan the event.
conversation. That's a conversation.
Yeah, but you said when in the very beginning, now quote unquote, you
A
did
man just
say
tells you get dressed and let's go.
Yes,
exactly.
because we already had conversations
Women
prior.
now today are not like y'all.
Okay, let me just.
Sorry.
I'll
Right,
also
they're
say.
not.
But I
That's
also
why
say
y'all
this.
married.
No,
The men don't lead that
Wait a
way. The men lead with your ass fat. Where
Oh
you
yeah.
at? Can I
Okay.
Some
come
some of them
over?
do,
Wait a
but
minute.
not
Let me
all.
say this.
Hey,
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me say this. The
But some
same
women lead
way.
with that too. My bad.
Hey, Link, come on. Let me talk. The same way, GMT stated something, which is facts. He was saying that the men that most women don't want are in the friend zone. And a lot of times y'all can find y'all women there too. But it's the looks that y'all go after so much. Like all the time, it's something about the look that guys have to be infatuated with how she looked. And she can be very pretty, but then she still is not up to par with what you like to do. Some of those pretty girls are not adventurous.
So are the dudes.
But
Women
but
do the
men
same
date down
thing.
in looks all the time.
Yeah, I don't think
Mm-hmm.
now it's looks because looks
No,
Yeah.
you
they
can
want that fake
build a
ass, they
man.
want the fake lashes, the fake
No,
hair.
we
You
don't
could
want the
We
fake
don't like
anything.
that.
Yeah, y'all
We don't
do.
want the fake nothing.
Yeah, y'all
you could
do.
build a
No,
man.
we don't. No, we
But
don't.
men.
That's
Okay,
what men want to
boom,
have sex
boom,
with.
boom. All
Men,
right,
but
let's
on
be
average, men are not
100%.
looking for that.
Right. Let's be
He's
100%.
right.
What do I
It's
tell you
something that you
about
want to
men?
have sex with,
Wrong.
not
Why
what you're
y'all
looking for.
why y'all telling these lies online like this
But
for?
we're
How we
men, so we're
telling
telling you
lies?
how men think.
No, y'all don't.
Boom.
It's
How
Answer the
you
it's
gonna say
question.
similar.
that?
It
We're
is
I'm
a
te-
just
you
saying.
difference.
got three men saying the same thing.
It's similar.
I
It's a
believe
difference.
it's not so
They
much
say
of
the
the
same
fake
thing too.
stuff. I feel like the fake stuff is so normal now that men are looking for the natural outside of the botched. Like I do feel like more men acknowledge natural beauty now more than ever, only
Thank you.
because it's
They
so much
acknowledge
fake
it.
bodies and fake
Oh, they
stuff
messed
going
it
around.
up.
They acknowledge it. They acknowledge it, but their attention is still gravitating towards that.
I mean, of course,
Yeah, to
everybody's
have sex with
attention
them.
But to
You're
looks.
right.
have sex
They're
with,
men.
not to be in a relationship with. Because a lot of men
Right.
only having
Thank
sex
you.
with a lot of these women because they look good, they look delicious. Oh, I can hit that. But once it got no substance in a lot of that, that's why they cover up a lot of this shit that they got.
Right.
Because
So,
they're
so
covering
when
up
you talk
all
about
their flaws. They say, "Oh, if I can look like this, I can get a man like that." And when
Mm.
and on the back end, the man like shit. I don't give a damn about your looks. A lot of times, I want to pick your brain and see what's going on inside of your brain. A lot of chicks and these pretty chicks don't give you that chance. You ever held a
Mm-hmm.
conversation with a chick and
what I'm
every time you talk, yeah, okay, yeah, or you texting, okay,
Sound like a
yeah.
bill
Don't
collector,
have
huh?
no dialect, no dialogue, except for
And
everything.
that's men. Men don't
But
communicate, they
but
text.
they look so good to where okay, well, I already know I'm taking this. Once I get her, I'm fucking her, and it's nothing else there because there's no substance there. This is what conversations boil down to. These women don't have conversations because they have nothing to offer a lot of
There's
times
no
but
substance, no
pussy. So they
conversation.
showing the pussy and they giving you the
oh
pussy, and
Lord,
then
you
after that,
Oh gosh,
my
YouTube,
bad,
Sorry,
my
YouTube.
bad with the
YouTube.
Sorry,
language.
YouTube. Sorry, YouTube.
My bad with the language. My bad with the language. But it's that's what they feeling. That's all they got to offer. Cause that's all they got to offer a lot of the times. So a man like, okay, well, I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna take that, and that's about it. Cause that's all the person got to offer. We can have a million conversations. Conversations
I think
just cause we
a
have
man made her
conversations.
feel like that's all she has to offer.
No, because that's all she brought to the table
that's
to
not
offer.
even brought up.
Because first
That's
of
not
all, you
She
can't
brought
just
that to
say
the table to offer because that's
You
what a
can't,
man made her feel like that's what he wanted.
that man ain't the ones who communicate. These women don't communicate. They don't hold conversations no more.
Man lead. I'm gonna hold a man accountable.
have more
A
conversations.
man's supposed to lead the
The
situation. If a
women are
woman
supposed to
ain't
submit, but
communicating,
they don't want to submit.
They don't want
you
to.
can't.
Right.
You can't what you're submitting to. A
Oh,
man
They,
will
that's a
run
good
you
the men
down
topic.
that
in order
the men
before
that
you
they
pull up.
choosing, they can't submit to.
Right.
A man have to prove or give a woman a
So the men that they're
comfortability.
choosing, exactly, like you saying it.
They gotta have comfortability to submit. A woman ain't just gonna submit to anything.
So why are you even
Why?
dealing with them?
Yeah,
If
why
you
should
can't
you do
submit to
something
them,
you
why are you
can't
dealing with them?
submit to? Right.
You
Y'all should let them
gotta,
go.
you gotta know this person first to know if you can submit or
Right. So then
not.
you get out of it. Then when do you get to the point where you find that man?
Don't you look at a cover of a book before you read the whole book? Like, you can't just jump in and say, "Oh, I'm submitting to you. Hey, how you doing?" Like, no, it's a
Penny,
conversation. It's
but
a
Penny,
process.
look how many of these women are complaining about the men right now. And if they're complaining about the men that they can't submit to, then we're talking about, okay, you got past meeting this guy. You're now in a relationship, or you now got past that part. Then it's like, well, I'm with these men and I can't submit. All
Because
these
it
men
was
give me something to submit to. Why are you even dealing with the man?
because they jumped into something blindly. First of
So then
all,
get out of it.
the process isn't correct. People don't even have a friendship before they start dating. They get to having sex, being with each other, and think, "Oh, we're friends and all this just gonna come together." No, before you even say "I do" with anybody to be in a relationship, there should be a friendship established first. There should be knowing this person, communication, proper dating. Like, it should be steps to lead up to a relationship.
Turn it
Now
up
people
then.
just jump into stuff
I
and
agree.
barely
I
even know
agree.
who they sleeping with.
I agree with both of y'all. I agree with it all. It should be that way. Unfortunately, it's not. And we are just jumping into these things. And then we getting mad that the woman is a 304 or the man is not a man worthy of submission. So here we are at a crossroads.
And this would be found out at the beginning if it was led the proper way. And first of all, most men holler at women. Now, it's some dominant women out here that go after men. I'm not saying they don't, but
Yeah.
mainly the traditional way, men holler at women, right? So when a man holler at a woman and she chooses to give that number out, the man is supposed to continue to lead this friendship courting situation to figure out how far he wants to go or where he want to take this friendship, relationship, whatever it's going to be. That's when the man is supposed to be leading to see if this going in this direction. Yeah, you're gonna find flaws, you're gonna find things, but you got to see if this is something you're willing to work with, something that's workable, something that, hey, maybe she just ain't had been exposed or been in a situation to let her guard down, to live in her feminine self, because she's not used to a man leading properly. Men
I
don't
agree.
lead like they supposed to lead nowadays.
I
Yeah.
agree with
Men
both.
are
I agree with both. I agree with
women are having,
women are not feminine no more, and men are not masculine like that anymore. So you're at a crossroads. We can't make it sound like the men is the only problem when these women are out here taught to be and raised to be masculine like men. They're raised to be independent and strong. This is the problem. These men are still getting married at a higher rate than women. Right? Even if they got to go to another country or another race, this is what they're doing. So it's showing you that men in general want relationships. We do, but we want it first with y'all.
Wait,
So it's not to say that the women are the problem or the men are the problem. We have a problem. How do we fix that
no,
problem?
I'm gonna say the men are the problem because, again, the man, he got to be held to his dominancy somewhere. Be a man, stand up.
That's not
Like,
fair.
what
That's
Oh my
not
you
fair.
God,
want a woman to do this and that? Listen,
yo,
you could have a dominant woman, and if a man is a man, he could bring that dominancy down to a feminine level. As long as once he starts to break
you
barriers
don't
and make
understand
this
these
woman
women,
more
Petty.
comfortable, she feel the less
man.
she gonna be.
Yo,
I'm telling you, a
Petty
man
not
can
dating
change
women,
a
yo.
woman. A man can change a woman before a woman can change a man. I'm telling you.
I don't feel
Penny, you
like it's
not
the
dating
man's
women
job
today.
to
I'm
change a
sorry, yo.
woman.
I'm not, but it's not hard as you
I
make
do
it
agree with what
seem.
GMT said though. Like, it's not a you problem, it's a us problem. And it definitely does have to.
You can change a hoe to a housewife in 2024.
No, you cannot.
What?
No, you cannot.
What?
Yes,
Who
you
told you
can.
that?
No, you cannot.
Where's
I'm
Ludacris?
sorry, Penny, you
Ludacris?
cannot.
Is married and in love. She's been
Penny,
married for years.
Who?
Yes, you can.
Penny,
What
look
the
at
fuck?
look at the
I'm
man.
not
Look at the
gonna
man
White
she's
say
married
man
to.
you
can.
can't do that.
The
What?
Look at
white
the
man
man she
can.
married to. Because
The
ain't
right
no
man
strong,
can.
dominant man marrying no hoe. I'm
The
sorry.
right man can.
There ain't no right man marrying no woman that's like that.
You can't turn a
They
hoe into
get
a
married.
housewife.
The
Hoes don't
hoes
act
get
right.
They're
married before
not
the
at no
booty.
large rate. And the numbers say that they're not.
The hoes get
Here
married
we
before the
Look
booty.
at the numbers. They're not.
Here we
Yes, they are.
go.
Stop. So you're looking at the outliers. You're not looking at the majority.
Yes, they are.
Why are you looking at the outliers for an argument and other than looking at the majority?
I'm telling you, that's the majority.
That's not so the majority of women are hoes.
No, I ain't saying what's the hoe though?
I'm
What's
weak.
considered a hoe though? That's a different subject.
For me and the
No, I'd like
I
to hear
don't
about
know.
this.
They
Are
on
they? I
something.
want to know.
But what's a
They
hoe
on
though?
something.
You tell me. You
Yeah,
said it.
right. I'm excited for this. Let's go. Turn up.
Turn a hoe into a housewife.
I mean,
Ludacris
because
said hoes
shit,
are
Let's talk about
everybody.
these
men
So
are
you
hoes.
better
hoes too.
listen.
So I mean, I'm just saying.
Yo, listen, I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. I gotta run though, but I love y'all.
All right, love you
All right,
too.
love you
Hey,
too. Have a good
Y'all, I'm
night.
gonna top it up with y'all later, y'all.
all right, later.
Look, all the hoes get married, the dudes and the women.
Oh my gosh. Let's go then. Shoot. Hey,
That's
clap
funny.
one time. Well, guess what? They might be marrying each other, so it's a
In
hoe
your
for a
younger
hoe.
days, you ain't had no track record.
A hoe for a hoe. You see what I'm saying? Shoot.
In y'all younger days, y'all men didn't have no track record.
Man, all men have track
Y'all,
record,
when
but so do
everybody
Oh,
had
women.
a
okay,
record.
but
You
are
Come
you
not
on,
married?
come
talking
on,
about my
come
body
on.
You
count.
We ain't
married?
gonna do
Look,
that. We ain't
so
gonna do that.
his body
Everybody
count.
had
Are
a
you
track
married?
record.
But
Come on. Everybody had a track record before they
No,
met the person that they knew who they was gonna be with, and
no, no.
who was gonna be wherever they was at. We all done
wait,
commit
hold on,
adult.
Penny. How you gonna
What they
say
call
no?
that?
So you ain't had no track record? You just date one
No,
person your whole life.
no, I ain't saying I said a whole track record. A whole.
Oh,
It don't matter.
whole
You had a
track
track
record.
record.
A
It don't
Oh,
whole.
matter.
okay.
It don't matter if
So
you
what's
had
the
10. You don't have to have 30 or 2. You had a record prior to where you at now.
No. But you
right
said hoes can't be
preface? Preface,
housewives.
Prior
boo.
I'm
to
just
where you
trying to
at now,
say.
you had a record.
Boom.
Somebody
And you
was
got
in there
married, right?
before that man got in there. And you was messing around with these other dudes prior to before you got to where you at. We
Exactly.
all got that. We all been through it. So because that's something that we did don't mean that's a whole. What it means is, hey, we did some things that we went a path that it wasn't right.
Hey, what that
And
means
we
is we
found
gave love a
and we
chance.
and we went to a path and found what was right for us.
Okay.
Sometimes you got to weed through the weeds to get what you want. You got to cut
Yeah.
the grass down if it takes to go through them to
Okay,
find
that's
what you
what I
want.
was saying though. That's what I was saying about the dating space. The dating space, like you're gonna run into some stuff. You know, it's not gonna be perfect, but if you have a goal in mind and a person that you're willing to, that fits into what you can actually tolerate. Let's say it like that. What you can actually tolerate. Then it'll help bring a little balance. I mean, but you can't go for something that's out of your league, or or that you think is in your league, but she really out of your league, and expect for her to cooperate, and then be mad when she don't.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So the moral of the story is date date your person, the person that you're gonna be serious with. Because a lot
Stay
of
in your
people get
price
into
range.
relationships. Right. Stay in your price. Get with somebody
Stay in
just
your
like
price
Samuel.
range.
I keep calling him
Don't go
Samuel
buy a
Adams or
Bentley.
Samuel
Don't buy a
Jackson, but
Bentley
what's
when
his
you got a
name?
Toyota budget.
Tasty.
I like
What's
how
that
you
man
said that.
name? Samuel Jackson. What's his name, man? The one that passed. Uh
Lou Gossip Jr. No.
no, the guy that was I call him a man extremist. Samuel, you know who I'm talking about. Y'all know who I'm talking about. What's
Oh,
his
Kevin
name?
Samuel.
Thank you, Kevin Samuels. So Now I'm trying to figure out
I
his
know
name.
that
I
guy with
forgot
the
what I was about to
glasses.
say. Anyway, you need to know if you're gonna be in a relationship for real. Like some people look at a relationship as transactional, and from what I'm hearing tonight, that has not changed my mind. I think now relationships are not based off of love, because when it's based off of love, it's more of like this person has certain qualities that you like, and it may not be financial. You know what I'm saying? Some people just are not financially literate. And I feel like that knocks a lot of good people out the box. I've seen some men that came with nothing and a woman uplift them and then put them in a place to where now they in turn flip around and take care of the woman. So there are a lot of different dynamics, but you gotta start off with, like y'all said, the friendship or whatever. But it shouldn't be like, well, if you do this for me, now I'm gonna do this for you. It should be like, I like you so much that it automatically makes me want to gravitate to doing these things for you.
Hey, you gonna take a minute with you? I'm coming. I'll be in a second, okay? I'm
Oh, I
coming in. I'll take that.
sound like he was talking Spanish for a second.
Right. It did sound like he
I
was
was
speaking
talking to the kid.
Spanish.
My bad. My
He
bad.
is in his
My bad.
Max Payne shirt and stuff.
Oh man.
But yeah, I don't feel like it's anyone's fault. I just feel like the expectations for a relationship need to be laid out in the beginning, and then you can make your decisions, right? You can say, "Hey, well, I like the way this girl rocks. I'd love to take care of you financially. I'd love to take you on trips. Da 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 da. Da. The first date, I'm gonna take you out to Steak 48." Or you can have the girl that says, "Hey, let's go out on a traditional picnic. Let's put some wine out there. Let's have some drinks. Let's eat some grapes and fruit or something, whatever she likes, and we'll start our relationship there on level one." Instead of like level 10, like you was in the gym shooting with me when I got all this money to take you all these different places. Let's grow together. Let's build together. Now, if y'all both are at that spot, then y'all both should be able to, cater to each other at the spot where you're at. So it's all about compatibility and, sustainability in a relationship.
Oh, I got a good one for y'all. Y'all ready?
What?
Yep.
Okay. That's what I was.
Someone to just for your money or for your. I want a woman to want me for my money. I'm a provider. Want me to provide. So why are you choosing me? You want an alpha man? I'm gonna show you my alpha man. I'm here to take care of your every needs, and that's not just financially. That's mentally. That's emotionally. That's spiritually. Because I'm here to lead in every aspect of my life.
Oh Lord, you drank the Yada soup, boy. I know who that is.
You're gonna elevate, and when a woman
Hey, we talking about somebody that was beating the hell out of his baby mama.
So you become my diamond in the rough.
Dragging her.
You know who's a good woman.
You hear that?
Yeah, I heard it. I heard it when he was beating the hell out of his baby mama too.
I don't worry about if you're a good woman because I'm a good man.
Right. So that's crazy.
Oh
So
no, I don't.
That's bull
you see what I'm
crap.
saying? That's
bull
crazy.
crap. That's cat. How they
No.
say that's
So
cat?
let me ask you a question. What does the woman have to bring? Now he does all that. What does the woman do? What is she there for? He do
What's
everything.
her
I'm an
purpose?
alpha.
Yeah.
What's y'all
Did
purpose?
you hear what he said? She's
Now-
gonna elevate the man that's beside her.
How she do that? How she do it?
What you mean in several ways?
Like
You don't know
what?
how
Give me a
women
few.
elevate. Why are you with your wife?
Give me a few.
You don't
No,
know how
I'm
women
talking about
elevate
his
the
women, how
man?
he does it. How? I'm just asking a question.
I mean, she can elevate her man in a lot of ways. That's
Like
How?
how? I want to hear one. I want to hear
Elaborate.
10 of them.
Because
Let me
I
hear
don't
10
know.
since there's a lot.
I don't know. Elaborate.
Emotionally, physically, like every way a woman can elevate a man.
Like,
Most
okay,
women,
damn.
most successful man is successful behind a woman. Most of them, because guess what? Women usually put men in a position where they can be a better of themselves. Whether she got to hold down the household while he go do this to progress, or he stay with his mama until he get his money up to progress.
Right. But
Wherever
you
it
said
is,
a lot of
behind a
ways
successful
though.
man, there's a woman.
But you said a lot of ways a woman uplifts a man. I'd like to hear a lot. I'd like to just hear 10 of these ways. Well, 5 of them. We'll even make it easier. 5 of the way.
It depends on the man's situation. Different men have different needs. Whether he needs a woman to reassure him every day, a woman that supports him and to give him the encouragement to be a better him. Whether it's a woman he needs somebody to cook, clean for him. Different men need different things. It depends on what that man needs or where he's falling short. Where he's falling short, if that woman is in that position, that's where she comes in to elevate him to fill in those gaps.
Excellent. I think what a man needs is not to be stressed. I think what a man needs is for a woman to create peace. That's what I think. Because I think a man, and I'm a man, so I know, like, we don't really need that. I'm going to just tell y'all what we really want, because I'm going to tell you. We don't really even care about what y'all bring to the table. We just want companionship. Companionship, and I'm going to be truthful for all the men out here. For the ones that you know, got that drive, you know, maybe some boom, boom, bang, bang. But other than that, we don't look for y'all to do it. We can cook for, look, I guess we're a modern man now. We can cook for ourselves. We can clean for ourselves. We got the money, so we ain't got to do any of that, to be honest.
The woman had to teach y'all how to do a lot of those things, too.
Who, our mama?
Maybe.
To be able to be self-sufficient.
Maybe. But we're talking about the value that you're saying that we would actually need. And when I say, like, when men really saying what they really need, if a man really is feeling a female, they're willing to do everything. I mean, I get it, Jess, but check this out. That's the point. Like, when you get into a relationship, you're not in it for the transaction. You're in it for how this person makes you feel for the rest of your life. You've heard that on a lot of shows. This person makes me feel like I can conquer the world. That's the value that women bring to men, to be honest. We're not looking, not the freeloading men. Now, we do know there are freeloading men that just sit on women, and that's where y'all have a lot of y'all bad experiences. You may have, took the time out, and he may have wined and dined you in the beginning, but then you found out that he still wasn't ish. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, like, when you get with a real true man that's really trying to finance you, if that's what you want, or you're looking for the, finances feed. Well, yeah, so, protection, all that other stuff, that's available every single day. But the things that, a man might need from a woman, a female may be sometimes emotionally compromised a lot of the times. And if we only need that one thing from you, if that one thing's not available, that kind of makes it tough on a relationship. What are y'all thoughts?
I think that I get what you're saying as far as like being the stress and feeling like you can conquer the world and stuff like that. But it is kind of like it needs to be elaborated on like how she makes you feel like you can conquer the world. Because I feel like you and Penny are kind of saying the same thing. Like, it depends on what that man actually needs. Like, if she cooks every day and that makes you feel like you're on top of the world because you coming home to a full course meal or whatever, then it has to be elaborated on what exactly makes that man feel complete. If I'm making sense, like, because that's just a feeling, but you have to establish like what makes that feeling a feeling. Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, like what makes him feel like he can conquer the world? Is it, the way that she respects him, the way that she acknowledges him, the way, like what are the things, that makes that man feel whole in the sense of that completeness?
Yeah. That's a wide variety. Different men need different things. But I also feel like men want women to constantly, I guess, provide these things. But then I feel like in relationships, they get comfortable. They get comfortable, and that's where the problem comes in. At the same way you got them, it's the same way, the same things you're supposed to keep on to keep them. Date night should still be a thing. Communication should still be a thing.
Yes.
Having fun, all that should still be a thing. I feel like a lot of marriages and stuff, when they lose that fire. They get comfortable with these people in these relationships, and that's what stuff tend to die off, slack off, and go left.
Yeah, yeah. You can get comfortable, or things happen that can put a wedge on certain parts of your journey. Um, and then too, like you were saying too, like I did a show yesterday with Mind Your Mind with Just Justified, and the guy on that show, his wife was pregnant at a particular time, and he was unattracted to her while she was pregnant, and he was basically saying that he felt like he became unattracted because they couldn't do the same things that they were doing. Like they weren't able to have the same type of fun, you know. So
Because she's pregnant.
because she was pregnant. So in his mind, he wasn't made whole anymore. Like he didn't feel, like that their relationship was in a comfortable space. I'll say it like that.
Okay.
So, I mean, that's why I asked, like, okay, well, what are the different things that can make a man feel like he can conquer the world, or make a man feel like that he's complete at home? Because there's so many things, but then it's like very like vague, and a lot of times, like respect. Okay, well, yeah, I can give you respect, but what exactly does that look like for you? You get what I'm saying?
That's true. That's yeah. Well, dang, she got pregnant. That's wild.
They say most men forget that at the end of the day, we both humans, but most men have the mentality that men are supposed to be strong, not soft, and not emotional, which makes them feel like they are over women. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't even know if men really are trying to be like over women anymore. I do think that they're trying to like have that respect in place, have establish that role as a man. But I guess it takes time now because women have, like Kenny said, bossed up. So I think the respect kind of gotta be given both ways until people really figure out how to do that. It's gonna always be like some um problems
Problem.
rise. Yeah.
I agree that because this is something that I said a while ago. I do feel like nowadays they do have more pressure on them to be strong, be hard, or live up to this like macho thing, right? I do feel like that's the problem, where most men don't have that soft, they don't not express their soft side or their true feelings. And I feel like that's what the lack of communication also comes in, because men have not been in comfortable settings or situations to fully let their guard down and express themselves in a vulnerable state, right? So most men do hold the pressure of the world to be strong at all times,
Yeah.
where now the world makes it feel like you're less than a man to be vulnerable or have a weak moment or show emotion, right?
Yeah.
So I do feel that on a man's side for
Mhm.
sure.
I do too. I do too. But I guess we can wrap tonight up because it's getting a little late, and I definitely don't
Yeah.
want to hold y'all up. I know y'all got things. and some things to do. So do y'all have closing statements? Do you have anything that you would like to say? Oh,
Thank
Lord.
y'all. Thank y'all.
I just think people need to be better people to each other in the world these days. It boils down to it and get an understanding what a person wants. You don't know what a person wants. You don't know what to give a person. You can feed them all the wrong food for 10 years because you never knew what they actually really wanted because you never really sat down and asked them what they wanted.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And then that's when you get in a situation with people that's bad for you. You
Yeah,
know? So, you know, like I say, it's good people, like the boy said, it's good people out here in this world. It's good people to be in relationships with, but it's all about you gotta go through them, you gotta go through the skelly wags before you can go and find that queen sometimes.
right.
You know, you gotta go through the bad to get to the good. Ain't nothing come easy. You
That's
know,
right.
so at the end of the day, that's the bottom line to the topic. You know, you got to go through. You got to kiss a few frogs before you can get to the prince. You
That's
know,
true.
Right.
so I mean, cause ain't nobody out here perfect. Ain't no situation perfect. Ain't no two situations the same. Ain't no marriage, no relationship. Everybody relationship the same. I don't care what social media try to tell people. And I think that's the biggest problem with it all. This is why
Mhm.
people can't communicate like they want to. Because
Right.
they feeding off what's going on with these reality shows. Oh, they doing this how I want my relationship. You hear, I
Yeah.
get on the internet so many times and say, oh, I want that relationship with they got. You don't even know what they got.
You
Why you
don't.
want what they got? Why you want what they got? You don't even know what they got. You don't know how they treat each other behind closed doors. You don't know. You don't know the kind of conversations they have. They just make that shit look good when they're on camera, and they gotta present it to the people. It could all be a show, you
Yeah.
know.
Mm-hmm. I agree. What about for you, Penny?
Well, I feel like everybody needs to open up more communication on both ends. I do feel like behind closed doors, yeah, it's totally different than what's in the forefront. But I feel like we're a relationship, that's how it should be. Like I feel like if there's a disagreement or any kind of straightening or anything going on, that's something that should be kept between in the household amongst those that's in the household. I feel like now with social media and everything else going on that taunted a lot of the dating pool. It has like a big impact on it nowadays. But I do feel like with proper communication, a lot of these issues wouldn't even be issues. Um, and I mean, adequate courting, dating, communication, a lot of things would be solved.
Yeah. I agree with both of you guys. And just as water your own garden. Yep, you got to do that
I
too.
don't know what y'all said, but I disagree with everybody.
Mhm.
That's how you feel.
Hey, DG, thank you for coming on to the show.
Oh
Really
yeah, no
appreciate.
worries,
I know
man. I
I know
appreciate
you
y'all.
gotta run out,
Yeah,
but
I got to get these kids to sleep.
Yeah, appreciate
They acting
yeah,
Me
crazy
too.
right now. They act like they can do what the
yeah.
hell they want to do. They act like these
And
women.
Penny,
One
you
time they
did
do
your
what they
thing
want
today.
to
You
do.
was on that oil today. I'm gonna let you have that one today. I ain't let you win, but I'm gonna let you.
I'm always on that oil.
Yeah,
But
y'all
shoot,
good. That was a great conversation, and I hope everybody can
hey, boom, give a shout out to everybody that was in the chat.
okay. Thank you, Jess. Thank you, Quinn. Thank you, Hassan. Thank you, GMT. I believe that's thank you, uh God's Child Forever. I appreciate you guys for dropping in and spending some time with us tonight and giving us your opinion. Please make sure to stop by next Thursday. Much love to you all. And y'all have a good night.
Good night.
Peace,
Run it.
y'all. Y'all have a good one, everyone.
Run it. Oh, okay.
I just wanna ride along. I just wanna ride along. I just wanna ride along. Yeah. Let's change up the vibe, want you in my life. I sit to the side, I will let you decide. I stay out of the way, I know you know what's best for me. Just a pinch more of your spirit completes the recipe. You're all that I needed, tired of playing defense. When you take control of my life, it has a meaning. I need you to have your way. I don't wanna drive, I stick to the side. I just wanna ride along. I gotta ride along. You can take the wheel, I'll be still in jail. I just wanna ride along. You got full control. I'll leave it up to you, I promise. I'm not gonna move, you got this. I'll just work on me while you driving. Ride along.